Got a script for Freestyle Libre. I'm pre-diabetic. Amazing learning how food and exercise affects glucose. Like a 14-day OGTT. I recommend it to everyone. Thank you very much, Robert. I'm going to repeat that. Folks don't understand. People are flying blind in terms of the impact of exercise on their blood sugar, the impact of food on their blood sugar. You know, if you read Jenny Rule's book, she says over and over again, she's got several books. Blood Sugar 101 is her most popular book. And she talks multiple times about eat to the glucometer. And now that the Libre is available, it's very inexpensive. It's not like $800 total like you get with a Dexcom 6. Dexcom 6 is great. In many ways, it's better. It's more accurate. But, you know, it's $300 for the placement. It's $300 for the sensor. It's a lot of money. Otherwise, you can do like Robert Penske, get a 14-day Libre button, put it on, and start learning this very quickly without a lot of financial investment. How can I get accurate blood sugar testing here in Atlanta? I'm going to key on for a second on the term accurate. A lot of people don't like the Freestyle Libre. They say it's inaccurate. It is true. You occasionally get some inaccurate buttons. And for that reason, I always recommend that you get a Freestyle Lite blood sugar monitor or blood sugar finger stick test and have that to check on your Libre. But what most people, especially people that get frustrated about the Libre, often don't realize is that accurate is a relative term. Routinely, when I do a lab component for patients, like if they come to the event, if they are on the webinars, we'll often get fasting blood sugar in 2 different specimens. The specimen was drawn at the same time. It was just put into separate pipettes. And here's the thing. We'll routinely get a difference of up to 10 on fasting blood glucose on those numbers in a reference lab. So you get that kind of change and you begin to realize this idea that I'm going to get a, quote, accurate number. You have to understand what accurate means and you have to be focused on patterns as opposed to thinking there's going to be one number and it's going to be written in stone. So back to the question, how can I get an accurate blood sugar test in Atlanta? Well, there's a whole bunch of ways to get blood sugar testing all over the country. Quest lab sites. Again, you can call us at 859-721-1414. That's 859-721-1414. And our folks can help you get a Libre, get a lab set up through Quest, other draw sites, things like that. So I'd like to talk with you a minute about the webinar. People don't understand what the webinar is. It's actually a great way to get some access to healthcare that you're just not going to get any other way. You actually get the lab tests yourself at a local lab, a Quest lab near you, for the inflammation panel and the OGTT and the insulin survey. These are things, inflammation and prediabetes, that your doctor just does not know about. And here's the thing. Harvard Health and many others have said, look, sudden death is not always so sudden. The Hollywood picture that it's a bolt out of the blue is not realistic. It's more like real lightning, preceded by clouds, wind, and rain. Stop that metabolic storm before the lightning strikes. And here's where that metabolic storm comes from. It's inflammation, and it has to do usually with prediabetes. So again, we actually get labs. We go over them in the webinar, and then you can start finding out how you can prevent that heart attack others said that you couldn't even predict. We can show you how. Thanks.